Listen, romance is not enough to build a good relationship. Yes, many relationships are broken because romance is not enough to build a good relationship. So, what is enough? Pure love, spiritual love. The absence of spiritual love in many relationships will cause a lot of problems. This is because most people do not understand that the real purpose of life is to develop and to enhance the quality of our love for one another. So I want to talk to you today about what truly is blocking us from success. What's blocking us from success? What's blocking us from successful relationship? The lack of pure love. Where there is pure love, there is a sense of connection, a deep connection in which people walk in synchronicity, in harmony. The weakness of one is covered by the strength of others. And you don't hear people complaining or berating others. You hear people talking about others in a very high level terms, in other words, sense of appreciation. People appreciate each other. People draw out the strength from one another and cover the weaknesses of one another. That's pure love, that's good connection. But where there is absence of good connection, it is a sure sign there is absence of love at a pure level. We cannot build good relationship at the level of physicality. Absolutely not. Our physical interactions are all impure because they are based on what's in it for me. Anytime you build a relationship on the premise of what's in it for me, you are building a house on a weak foundation because it is not based on love. True love goes beyond the physical. In fact, it starts at the level of the spirit. When you're connected at the level of the spirit with a person, you can be assured that your relationship is not about your externalities. It goes way beyond it. You're connected because you care for one another. And most relationships don't go that far. They stay at the level of the physical, which was all about the romance at the beginning, and end there. And that's why many relationships do not thrive beyond the physical. So I'm going to repeat that. Most relationships struggle to go beyond the physical because there's lack of understanding of what true love actually means. If we understand what true love means, we will never again complain about our spouse, because we will know that the moment we complain about our spouse, it is a sure sign that we have left the space of love and enter the space of the ego. I'm not saying that we will not complain about our spouse. Of course, we're humans. We're not perfect. But when we do, when we become conscious, we will know that we have left the space of love and we've entered the space of disconnection. And that is why a lot of relationships break down, because it is predicated fundamentally on physical connection. What in it for me? So how do you take a relationship from what in it for me to what in it for us? How do you take a relationship from this low level consciousness to high level consciousness? Education. Because even the Bible says that the people perish because of lack of education. The people perish because of lack of knowledge. If you were empowered right from the beginning to know that love has to transcend the physical, love has to transcend what in it for you, you will know wiser. But if you do not have that level of education, the moment you hit the problems, and every relationship that starts at the level of physicality will encounter this block, because the true love resides at the level of the spirit. How do you make this transition from materiality in love to spirituality in love? This is a huge leap. It's like there is a river between, or a bridge between these two worlds. To make the transition has to start off with education. And then there has to be a willingness on both sides to implement the education so that they could go through that bridge into the level that will keep their relationship tight and neat and healthy. Most times, people are not willing or do not have access to the level of education required, or they're not willing to invest their time in that education. And guess what they do? They jump into another relationship, hoping for some kind of quick miracle. It's not going to happen. No matter what relationship you start today, I'm going to tell it to you, you are going to start at the level of your physicality, but you're going to have to cross this bridge where you have to move the relationship to the level of your spirit, because the spiritual love is what holds the relationship and move it forward. Material love, it is time bound. It is based on too many